Have you ever wondered how you can get more views on your YouTube channel? Don't worry, I can help. Hey everybody, Katie Lance here, founder and CEO of Katie Lance Consulting, the Get Social Smart Academy, and author of the book, Get Social Smart, and it's episode 179 of the Get Social Smart Show. And today we are answering the question that I get asked quite often, and that is, Katie, how can I actually get more views on my YouTube videos? So today I'm going to share with you 3 quick tips that make a really big difference. Now, by the way, if you are watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and the bell button because we have new videos that are coming out each and every week. And the one we did last week is a great one to watch as well, especially if you are thinking about YouTube training. We did one on how to start a YouTube channel. We'll link that below as well. So if you don't have a YouTube channel yet, we will link that below. We also have some great YouTube training. So if you're looking for some additional training, we will drop that in the comments below. Okay, so let's dig into actually getting more views over on YouTube. And I have to say, this is, like I said, this is a question we get asked all the time. And to just give you a little bit of reference, we have had our YouTube channel for quite some time, but we really didn't put together a strategy till about 3 years ago, and we have slowly built it over the years. And before I dive into the tips, I have to tell you, when it comes to YouTube and views, you have to be patient. YouTube is really unlike any other social media platform, but there's definitely some tried and true tips that can really help you. Okay, let's dive into those 3 tips. Tip number 1, post consistently. This by far has been one of the biggest things that we've done. About 3 years or so ago, we decided to launch this show, the Get Social Smart Show, and we made the decision that every Wednesday we would have a video come out. And I can tell you from experience that YouTube really favors creators who post on a consistent basis. So pick a day. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Whatever day is good for you, pick a day that you're going to publish, whether it's once a week, whether it's twice a week, a couple times a month. We found once a week is a great frequency. If you can publish more than that, that's great, but at least once a week. And also, when you start to tell people that you've got a show or you've got a new video coming out, people start to expect it. It's kind of like, your favorite show. If you've got a favorite show that you watch, you may not watch it exactly the day that comes out. Maybe you DVR it, but you know what day it comes out, right? And that can make a big difference. So post consistently. And along with that, you might have heard me say the word show. We actually found that if you do have a show like the Get Social Smart Show, you're actually going to get more viewers. And the reason for that is as your YouTube channel starts to grow, as more people start to watch your content, people will like you. They'll like what you have to say. Now, some people won't, and that's okay. You're not for everybody. We don't have to be all things to all people. But as people start to watch your content, what we do on YouTube is, very similar to what we do on other channels, right? If we like someone's content, what are we going to do? We're going to check out what else that they've published. And especially if you're doing a show, if you come here and this is the first time you've heard my video, you might think to yourself, episode 179, holy cow, I need to catch up. Right? So you're going to go back and listen to other episodes. So post consistently, that is a huge thing that makes a big difference. Number 2, having a great title helps tremendously when it comes to your YouTube videos. So for a lot of you in real estate, your videos might fall into like a couple different categories. If it's a listing video, I highly recommend that you put the address and the city and even the state in the title. A lot of times I just see listing videos and it's just 123 Main Street and that's it. And there's no description either. So you wanna have a detailed title, address, city, state, and then have a detailed description. That's really important, as well as additional links where people can get more information. So links to your website, your email address, maybe if you have a property website for that particular property, any other additional details, your other social media channels, that can help. So having a detailed title is key, but not just for listing videos. If you're doing videos like this that are educational, that are informative, that are somewhat timeless and evergreen, so they're valuable not just today, but they're valuable down the line and in the future, you want to have a title that is searchable. A title that's searchable. So a great thing to do if you've got a few ideas for content, maybe you're thinking about doing some videos about how to become a first-time home buyer, or some tips around moving to your community, or what's the difference between this community and that neighborhood. Maybe you've got some ideas in terms of content. I encourage you to go to Google and start Googling some of those phrases. And what I love about this is you'll see, when you Google something and what happens is you'll see other search items that come up. So you'll start to see how people are searching for things that are related to what you do. right? So it might not just be moving to such and such area, but maybe there's a certain phrase or certain thing, a certain way people are Googling a topic you might be interested in. Make a note of that, and that title can make a really big difference. That's actually something we really started to hone this year, and I would say that's one of the big things we've done this year, probably better than any of our other years, and that is really kind of hone the title of our video, and that we have felt has really helped tremendously in terms of getting more views. Tip number 3 is promote your video outside of YouTube. And if you watched my earlier video, the video we did right before this, I talked about this as well. And it's equally important when you first start your channel to promote your videos outside of YouTube, but it's also really important as you get going. As you start putting out videos on a weekly or monthly basis, or however often you're publishing your videos, you really have to think about how can you promote your videos outside of just the YouTube sphere. I would say this is one of the things that's really made a big difference. Now, after you get going on YouTube, after you've been on YouTube a while and you're producing a lot of content, you'll get a lot of traffic just within YouTube, just within the search engines, which is awesome. But it takes time. So we encourage you to really think about your other social media channels. Now, especially Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, those are all great channels where you might do a post, you might share your YouTube videos. It works extremely well on Instagram. Those of you really active on Instagram, you might see me do this all the time, where I might do an Instagram story and say, hey guys, I just put out a new video. Click the link in my bio to watch it over on YouTube. Or you might share a small version of that video, maybe a 1-minute version of that video on Instagram, and again, encourage people to watch the full video over on YouTube. We've also done things where we get our videos transcribed and then we turn them into blog posts. So if you have a blog on your website, you can turn that into a blog, or if you blog on LinkedIn, you can take your videos and turn those into a blog post. So really kind of getting smart. If you guys have followed me for any period of time, you know I'm a huge believer in working smarter, not just harder. I'm a big believer in repurposing content, and especially when it comes to YouTube videos, if you want to drive more eyeballs to YouTube, promoting them outside of YouTube makes a big difference. And the little bonus tip I would tell you also is the first hour that you publish a video, it's kind of the magic hour. So the more you can promote it outside of YouTube in that first hour makes a really big difference. It's kind of like Facebook. You know, when you post something to Facebook and you get a lot of likes and comments and engagement in that first hour, Facebook will show your post typically to more people, and kind of the same thing happens over on YouTube. So one of the things we do within the first hour of publishing on YouTube is we send an email out to our database letting them know about that new video. So just something to kind of think about as you think about your YouTube strategy. Okay, I've got one more bonus item for you. Are you ready? The other bonus item that definitely makes a big difference as you start going down the road of YouTube is keywords. So you want to make sure you put some relevant keywords to whatever your video is all about, whether it's specific cities or neighborhoods. You don't want to stuff it with things that have nothing to do with a video. That's kind of a big no-no for YouTube. But just think about what's your video all about and put in some of those keywords. Okay, I would love to hear from you. What questions do you have when it comes to YouTube? Put your questions below. Like I said in the beginning, if you are not yet subscribed to us, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell button, because we have new videos that come out each and every week. And for more tips, tools, and strategies all about social media and YouTube and more, please visit us at katielance.com. Thanks so much.